Piniel by Wilfred Campbell. Read for LibriVox.org by Elizabeth Parsons. In a place of the mountains of Edom and a waste of the midnight shore, when the evil winds of the desolate hills beat with an iron roar, with the pitiless black of the desert behind and the wrath of a brother before, in a place of the ancient mountains and the time of the midnight dead, where the great wide skies of his father's land loomed vastly overhead, Jacob, the son of the Ancient of Days, stood out alone with his dread. And there in that place of darkness, when the murk of the night grew dim, under the wide roof-tree of the world, an unknown stood with him, whether a devil or angel of God, with presence hidden and grim, and spake, "Thou son of Isaac, on mountain and stream and tree, and this wide ruined world of night, take thy last look with me, for out of the darkness have I come, to die or conquer thee." Then Jacob made stern answer, "Until thy face I see, though I strive with life or wrestle with death, yet will I strive with thee, for better it were to die this hour, than from my fate to flee. Yea, speak thy name, or show thy face, else shall I conquer thy will." But the other closed with an iron shock, till it seemed the stars so still, with the lonely night in a wheeling mist went round by river and hill. And Jacob strove as the dying strive in the woe of that awful place. Yea, he fought with the desperate soul of one who fights in evil case, and he called aloud in the pause's dread, "O give me sight of thy face." Yea, speak thy name, what art thou, spirit or man or devil or God? Yea, speak thy name, but no voice came from heaven or deep or sod, and the spirit of Jacob clave to his flesh as the dews in a dried-up clod. Then they rocked and swayed as autumn storms do rock the centuried trees, yea, swayed and rocked that others strove and drave him to his knees, and Jacob felt the wide world's gleam and the roar of the unknown's ease. Like to a mighty storm it seemed, there thundered in his ears, then a mighty rushing water teemed, like brooks of human tears, and opened the channels of his spent heart, and washed away his fears. And he rose with the last despairing strength of life's tenacity, and he swore by the blood of man in him and God's eternity, "'Tis my life, my very soul he wants, that he shall not have of me." Then his heart grew strong, and he felt the earth grow iron beneath his feet, and he drank the balmy airs of night like rose blooms rare and sweet, and his soul rose up as a welling brook, his life or death to meet. And he spake to that unknown enemy there, "By yon white stars I vow, that be thou devil or angel or man, thou canst not conquer me now, for I feel new lease of life and strength in this sweat that beads my brow." They locked once more, the stars, it seemed, went round in dances dim, where the great white watchers over each hill with the black night seemed to swim. But Jacob knew his enemy now could never more conquer him. Yea, still with grip of death they strove in iron might until, planet by planet, the great stars dropped down over the westward hill, and Jacob stood like one who stands in the strength of a mighty will. Then at that last midnight hour, when the little birds rejoice, and out of the lands of sleep life looms, with the rustle of day's a noise, that other spake as one who speaks with a sad, despairing voice, and cried aloud, "I have met my fate, loosen and let me go, for I have striven with thee in vain, till my heart is water and woe." "Nay, nay," cried Jacob, "we strive, we twain, till the mists of dawning blow." Then spake that other, "I hate thee not, my spirit is spent, alas! Thou art a very lion of men, release and let me pass, for thou hast my heart and sinews ground as ocean grinds his grass." Then answered Jacob, Nay, nay, thou liar, this is the lock of death. For thee or me it must be thus. The will of my being saith, thou man or devil, I hold thee here unto thy latest breath. For I do feel in thee I hold my life's supremest hour. I would as lief let all life slip as thee from out of my power, until I gaze on thy hid face and read my spirit's dower. Yea, show thy face, or who thou art, or man, or angel, or fiend. I rend thy being fold from fold, and scatter thee to the wind. Then they twain rocked as passions rock, when madness wrecks the mind. For each now knew this was the end, and one of them must die. Then Jacob heaved a mighty breath, with a last great sobbing cry, and gripped that other in a grip like the grip of those who die. For he felt once more his spirit faint, and his strong knees quake beneath, and it seemed the mountains flamed all red at the coming of his breath. And he prayed if he were conquered now, that this might be his death. The tight grip eased, the huge form slipped back earthward with a moan, and Jacob stood there 'neath the dawn like one new changed to stone. For in the face of the prone man there he read his very own. Not as man sees who reads his fellows in the dim crowds that pass, nor as a soul may know himself who looks within a glass, but as God sees who kneads the clay and parts it from the mass. And over his head the great day rose, and gloried leaf and wing, and the little boughs began to tremble, and the little birds to sing. But on his face there shone a strength like the power of a new-crowned king. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.